this dumpster. It's trash. Three real assholes sharing humor. Where 3 decades separate our age and the views of this shithole we live on.
Let's take out the trash.
Oh, I promise we will. I'm your host, Peter Yapo, the OA, the original asshole. I've been sorting out the world's garbage for over 60 years. It's a family affair, and joining me each week are my 2 oldest boys. Petey, a quick-thinking, funny man whose ADHD keeps the chaos rolling, and Ian, the youngest smartass with always something to say, the only one with organization, good looks, and brains. And Helen, my wife, their stepmom, and the boss.
Damn Skippy, motherfucker.
So strap yourself in each week while the 3 of us pick the world's shit apart and the compactor reels us in.
Remember, I'm listening.
Now let's talk some trash. It's not your mom's podcast, but we'll roast her too. Trash, where we aren't afraid to say what you might be thinking. Warning, the views expressed on this podcast are for entertainment purposes only. Don't get your ass hairs in a knot. Trash are 3 real assholes who are crude, rude, uncensored, and not for children 18 years or under, emotionally disturbed, politically correct, or easily offended. If the views here do offend you, then we've done our jobs. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us again here at Trash, 3 Real Assholes Sharing Humor. I'm Peter. My son Ian and Petey is making pizzas right now, so every once in a while you'll see his beautiful self at probably around age of 12, 10, 11, who the hell knows? But it just proves he was born. Anyway, tonight, listen, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're going to go straight to our guest spot tonight. Scheduling on our end and theirs just happened to work out. Well, that's where it's going to fit in the show. And guess what? It's our show. You don't like it, go fuck yourself, because that's the way we do it here. How you doing tonight, Ian?
I'm fantastic.
That's good. How was work at one of your 73 jobs?
Work at one of my 73 jobs was fantastic. I was in a basement. It was hot. New York is now a subtropical climate down here in the Hudson Valley. So, yeah, we're doing great. Might as well be Florida.
The Arizona desert's pretty bipolar, too. There's Peter in his dirty stomach. What's happening, handsome?
Nothing. Making some pizza, bro.
Stretching the dough?
Yeah.
Too bad you can't do that with your money, huh?
No, shit. I just with this fat gut, boy, I'll tell you.
The only way my money stretches when it's a check bouncing down the highways. That's the only time we get any kind of reverization into it. We're gonna have a good time tonight, guys. We got a pretty good lineup. Ian, why don't you run down what we got on our card tonight in our show?
Well, tonight we're going to be enjoying a nice little cocktails. We enjoy the episode today. We're also going to be we got a guest speaker, which is really exciting. Our very first guest speaker of the evening. Then we got a couple segments by everybody. First go around, we kind of went around, just got to know each other a little bit, and all started just chit-chatting and, talking bullshit. But now it's official. We're live. We're doing it. And you're going to hear a little bit from each of us today and kind of get to know what's going around in our brains, whether you like it or not. And,
Amen. By the end of this, will be like a side effect on a prescription drug bottle. Don't worry, we won't harm you. They only
I will harm you. That will happen.
All right, guys. Hey, listen. Tonight we got a really great guest tonight. I happened to meet this young lady when I was in New York doing my TV show and my other podcast. And just so happens when I posted up that we were going to do a podcast again, she graciously inboxed me and said, "Hey, I'd love to be a guest." And again, I said to her, "Well, listen, honey, we have to do a screening because our show isn't like every other show." And she graciously signed the oath. We have an oath that we make everybody sign. And it's pretty funny. And we just hope everybody gets along. But it's to protect us and the guests, so they know that what they're in store for. And tonight we have Michelle Zirkle. She's a doctor and PhD. She's a couples counselor. And tonight she's going to talk about a special project she's got going on and stuff like that. So I'm going to pop her.
Touch my body, put me on the floor, twist me around, give me some more. Touch my body, put me on the floor, twist me around, give me some more.
All right. And with that said, I'm a dummy. And of course, when you put Pete in control of the buttons, there's a little delay. Why? Because I'm losing my fucking mind and I never remember. And I didn't send her invite to the show till 15 fucking minutes into this goddamn thing. I go, when am I Michelle ain't here yet? And he goes, "Did you send her an invite?" Michelle,
I was very calm about it.
Yeah. Well, you kind of know me, so that kind of helps too. Well, you know what? Listen, before we get started, everybody, I just want to apologize. Today, I did comb my hair with a firecracker. I didn't even get ready for the podcast because I ended up bullshitting with Ian on here before we started the thing. And And I had a really strange thing happen to me today. I was fixing a door and screwed a screw and got my hair caught in the screw gun and yanked a bald spot in my head. So here we go. Michelle, I hope you got some new advice for that right there. Because at the end of the day, I think Helen's ready to leave me now because she never wanted me to go bald.
I actually do. I have a little bit of advice probably about everything. So
Well, how are you doing this evening?
I'm not saying it's accurate. Rosemary oil, try that. I'm doing good. It's hot here too. I'm in Pennsylvania, in a little town where Fred Rogers is from, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. So I'm in the children's book author town, and this is definitely not the podcast for that. So we won't have that we won't have that topic. But it's hot. It's hot here.
Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, you were talking about the weather. My
Yeah,
fault.
I was talking about the weather. Yes.
My bad.
There you go. So listen, why don't you tell everybody a little bit what you got going on right now?
With my newest part of helping with relationships, I really don't work with couples, but I do work with relationships. And
Where's that? That's it. I'm sorry for misquoting.
yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's an easy thing. Sometimes, it helps couples. Let's put it that way. But I like to work with individuals. I am working with women now on touchless pleasure, would be how I would describe it. To the masses, I guess. Some things you can't say on certain places. I know this isn't one of them, but it's been a very interesting to work with people one-on-one about this topic, because I've found, as I've talked to a lot of women from age 20 to 60, that they're not having orgasms very often, and if they have, many people have not ever had one, or if they have, they're not quite sure how it happened. So I found it interesting myself, that there seems to be quite a need for, I guess, women to be able to be more comfortable with the topic, with the right person. I think that's key. So that's what I've been doing is working with women one-on-one to what I will call open the sacral chakra. That's the chakra responsible for pleasure, and is also the creativity center. And a chakra is an energy center, basically. So it's right, it's in your belly,
Gotcha.
2 inches below your belly.
Gotcha. Far out. So are you holding classes on this, or how are you doing it? Seminars, anything?
I actually have both. I have a workshop that I'm offering to numerous people. I'm just now getting that out for people to sign up. And I also work, like today, I worked one-on-one with a lady for a few hours. And that was, it's nice to just sometimes have that one person there. But I like small groups as well. And I'm also writing a self-help book, which will not delve directly into this issue, but still the relationship topic. And some people will ask me, a lot of women are interested, and they say, well, that would be great to do by myself. But I'm like, yes, but it could also help your relationship with your partner.
Right.
When you're talking, it's like, oh my gosh, it's taking me hours, to get where I could get if I got better at understanding what can actually help. Besides the typical, toys and that sort of thing. This is way different than that. It's very different.
Are you finding with these conversations that women aren't reaching an orgasm in any way you'd like to put it, because of their partner, or is this a personal thing?
I'm not the guy. All guys suck at it, but
That's right.
Well, I will say that I'm finding a mix, but it's never just one person. It's just like with the relationship. It's never just one person. Oh, he's not doing that right. Or, there may be some of that. Yeah. There's a certain level of skill that, yes, there's definitely people who are better at certain things, but that's not really the conversation we're having. It's mostly women feeling like very, I guess, inhibited about it. And even the topic, and I'm pretty easy to talk to. And I taught high school for years. And I've life coached for years. So that topic is mostly about women feeling that they want to learn more about the energy body that is responsible for helping you get there. Because when you think about it, when you've had that time that you're just like, oh my gosh, you think you're in the mood, and then you realize, oh my gosh, like this isn't happening. This isn't going to happen tonight. Right? Most people I know have been there, men and women.
Oh, absolutely.
Your head is preventing you from where your mind is preventing you from being able to experience that pleasure. Okay, it
Right.
happens, but
Oh,
when
it
it
does, and
happens,
you're like you're saying, it happens on both sides. I
right?
can honestly say that.
So it is we could say a mental construct. It is a mindset that's preventing you in that case. Now I'm not talking about, if you have erectile dysfunction, or some
Right,
women
right,
have
right.
a thing where they can't even be touched, like it's painful. Those are different topics and more of a medical side. But I do
Right.
work with some of those people as well. But this is more of actually getting in the right mindset and understanding how certain things can activate that sacral chakra, certain colors, certain sounds, binaural beats for some people. Being able to realize that you have a chakra and what that is and how it works, how to get it spinning the right way. That is what can actually create what I would call a touchless orgasm, where there's no touch absolutely required. And people have asked me, well, is that like kind of superficial? Is that? I'm like, no, this is like one of the deepest, most satisfying orgasms that you could have. I mean, it absolutely is, and intense as anything else I've ever experienced. So it is real. And I just know that when it started happening to me, I didn't understand what was going on. So
Michelle,
I
sorry.
got into that world. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Nice. I have a few questions. I'll kind of shotgun them out to you, but and you can feel free to answer them
He likes
as
shooting his load all over the place anyway, so you can, don't worry. I'm sorry if you get sprayed.
You're good. I'll
All I know-
duck. I'll duck.
All I know is I walked away, and the first thing I heard when I came back was erectile dysfunction. What are you trying to say about me? Right? That's all. I got to put 2 popsicle sticks next to it to make it stand up.
So to my questions, I think some of my initial curiosities when hearing about this is, one, like, what was the inspiration for your journey or research in this matter? Did it come up organically in some of your just doing the other work that you do, and then over time it became something that you felt needed to be explored more? So that's kind of my first question. My second would be, I'm really curious as to like the approach, because I can imagine as you're talking about this disconnect between your mind and your body, or your just thoughts rolling around, kind of creating a block in your energy, which I experience, in a lot of ways in life. But in coaching people through this, is I'm sure that there's probably a lot of fear or insecurity, and probably the mental blocks probably heighten more than they already were before starting the work. That would be my assumption. So I'm curious about that kind of like transition, that kind of like welcoming into the process. And then just kind of curious too. I mean, I heard you even say like this is real. I'm wondering like what sort of resistance or skepticism that you're meeting with. Those are kind of my.
I really haven't I haven't had anyone that was skeptical of it working. Maybe a little hesitant as to if they could achieve that. Yes. But I think that's the case with anybody trying something new that almost sounds outlandish in some regards, something you maybe not have even thought of being able to happen. So let's see. Your first question was what inspired me to do this. It did happen organically. It actually was happening with me, and I was involved in the energy world. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a Belvospital grandmaster. So I do different types of energy work, and I've been in that world for about 12 years now, in addition to the life coaching. So they usually coincide with each other. So at a personal level, this is where it became very interesting for me, because I was with my partner, and I would know this actually happened. Like he would penetrate me, and it with no movement whatsoever, it would happen. And I didn't know what I was like, wow. And he would even say, what are you doing? Like, how did you do that? I was like, I don't know. So I had to really do a little research myself to see what happened. I knew it had to do with the chakra. It had to. There was no other explanation. And sure enough, I found out, okay, this is more, you'll hear this word tantric. Tantric does not just mean this. I wouldn't pigeonhole it into this specifically. It's much more about connection and, relating, eye contact, things like that with the partner. So there's a lot of what I would use the word intimacy with tantric that can lead to this sort of thing. Okay. But that word is much more prevalent than what I'm not even really using a word for it. I'm being very specific with that issue. Tantric can be dance and just finding intimacy with each other and so forth. So that's how I got into it. It was actually happening to me, and it evolved over a period of time to completely touchless. Like if I were watching a show, actually I was watching Magic Mike, and I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, you watch a show, something like that, of course you're going to get turned on. But I didn't expect to be thinking, oh my goodness, like I'm really, really turned on. And that was enlightening to me. That's when I realized there's more to this. And I will I want a disclaimer here. I do take testosterone, but that is not the primary. I have taken testosterone for 15 years.
Okay.
For hormone replacement. It absolutely was not anywhere near causing, well, I would say it didn't cause this.
Right.
I'm not saying it hurts anything either, but I do encourage people to look into their hormones. All of those things can definitely matter. Vaginal atrophy, which is something when the wall's thin in a woman, can make things painful. All those things, they definitely need addressed. Those things are very practical things to do that can help facilitate that. But if you don't know it's an issue, you can't address it. So I just have a very candid conversation with people. I need to find out where they're at and then go from there, because the physical things can help manifest this energy that can absolutely create a wonderful sensation.
Another thing people really don't realize too much, and it's not in any way, shape, or form taught. I don't believe to anybody is that sex and sexual activity is very healthy for you. It's heart healthy. It's mentally healthy. And I think sometimes people don't realize that part of the problems they might be having, or the reasons they may be angry, or reasons they may be not feeling satisfied or fulfilled, don't have to do with the fact that they're paying their bills and they're feeling down and depressed and such a thing. You can't eliminate that in general, and it's heart healthy too. I mean, it's heart healthy. It's proven to be healthy in so many ways. So it's good that you're able to get to people, to get them to get to that spot where then it becomes a benefit, not just an action. You know what I mean?
Right. It definitely is way more than physical.
Right.
Yes, and that was the connection. When you have that connection with a person, of course, it can make everything even better. But this, what I'm teaching is for women to be able to experience and to know. And we're not actually practicing this together per se. This actual act is not happening in my presence, but I lead them through the process of what it is. We talk about it. There's certain positions. I give them the tools so that they can learn about this on their own, which is what you need to do. This is alone, which is different than tantric. Tantric is with a partner. This is a practice you do on your own. This is for you. It can enhance your sexual life with your partner or person, but it's something that you have to see what works for you. What position is best for you? We have the chakras that we have, like our sacral chakra that's in our stomach. It goes through the front. There's a funnel in the front and in the back. So just playing with that, like people are more sensitive than what they give themselves credit for sometimes in knowing what they like when they actually sit and aren't afraid to explore this type of thing.
Right.
So you mentioned like colors and things like that. Are there like specific? Is this kind of like a thing where you will suggest to somebody a certain? I mean, I don't want to like use the word prescribe, but I'm going to just for the sake of it's easiest for me right now. But like, I'm going to prescribe that you try this position, this mood lighting, or not, I don't want to say mood lighting. I don't want to try to attach too many words because I don't know anything about this, right?
No,
But,
I see.
But is there like certain things that like if you do so and so, this is going to be great, or it's more like some people color and lighting is more important. Other people maybe it's an auditory thing. How does that
Okay,
work?
well, when you're talking about color, so I encourage them to the color orange is the sacral chakra. So there's certain stones that you can buy. Carnelian is one of them. Red jasper. Maybe putting those stones. Let's say you want it in your bedroom. You put them in your bedroom. You can wear them. Thinking about the color orange, that is the color of that chakra. Wearing orange. Certain scents like saffron and jasmine, certain scents can also stimulate this. Putting, of course, music, of course. I mean, you think, okay, Marvin Gaye and that song, that may be great for you. Someone else might like hearing the ocean or whatever. But you can also think of, let's say someone likes, and I'm using this in a very, definitely none of this is a violent thing. This is all but let's say the sound of smacking, okay, for instance. Some people may like that kind of playful smacking. If they like that, then the sound of smacking is also going to be very integrative to them with this. So they might want to hear the sound of smacking, or you could just even think about the sound of smacking, and maybe that gets faster. So that type of thing. That, like when I say sound, I don't just mean it has to be a binaural beat. There are binaural beat music that's out there for people to listen to, and it may not work for them, and some of these things that I'm talking about, I just know from other people that they've worked. I'm not saying that I've used them or that specifically I need them, but like you said, it's for you to be aware of what is available that could work for you. And definitely if you have never experienced an orgasm, then it's going to be more difficult for you. So I encourage people to use those things first to experience it. It would be hard to do this and go from having nothing to what I'm talking about experiencing. Okay. So I do encourage people to actually, try to make that happen, in a more physical way with, the tools or the partner or whatever, and then work your way up to where I'm at and talking about.
Now,
When
I'm
you're
curious
doing,
as well.
sorry, go ahead, Ian.
I'm curious as well because I'm vaguely familiar with energy work, but I'm no professional by any means. But I don't know if you're familiar with human design, but that's a big thing one thing that I know the most about, which is still very little, is human design. And I know that my authority, it deals with chakras as one of like the elements of human design, and my sort of my main center is my sacral center. It's kind of like where I do all of my decision making. And one of the things that we're characterized by is like being very vocal in our responses. So like if I'm hearing something that I don't like, I'm like, or I'm like, oh yeah. So what this is making me think of, especially in connection with the sacral, I know that there's no partners and touching and play and things like that are concerned, but is it purely a receptive experience, or is there like some level of active participation in either breathing technique or?
Okay. Yes, breathing techniques can also be used with this. That is one of the other things that can accentuate this experience. Also, you said something else there that I wanted to hit in on, and I can't remember what it was. The breathing. Oh, you said positions. All of those things. All of that does tie in. The energy work, the receptive part. That was what it was. I'm not saying there usually will need to be some movement, because just naturally when you experience an orgasm, the person's body, everybody tenses up. I mean, that's part of the, unless there's some anomaly of some person out there that doesn't. So you may have some movement yourself, but it's not going to be necessarily an exaggerated movement. And So it's just something to get the feel for. There may be and there's yoga poses that can be used. The bridge pose. I don't know if you know what that is, but you lay on your back, put your feet up. You can Google that if you're not familiar. Those type of things, and of course squatting. But there are several yoga poses that can also open up these energy channels that will make them more receptive, because our energy does get bound up. We get collections on there of things that, I like to think of it as sticky tape. Is how I first started thinking of it when I started learning about it. I was like, okay, I'm walking around the store and I'm basically picking up particles, not just from the air, but from people and things and emotions. And I'm picking up this stuff. I like sticky tape. It's like a magnet. And that's why you need to stay clear and you need to clear yourself. And it's very real to me. It's not even a possibility in my world. This doesn't exist. It's there every day for me. But when I first started learning about it, it was like, okay, I'm open to it. I understand. I feel better when I'm not around certain people. And it's not just because they might not even be saying anything to me, but why do I feel bad when I'm around them? That type of thing. At certain places you go, you don't feel quite right. Those are things you're picking up. Every time I go there, I come back and I'm all out of sorts well, there's something to that. So that's that's part of that energy world that ties into this whole thing.
I can imagine it might be something similar to like being in a say on a walk, or you hike up a mountain, or even just the sound of a bird and things. Like any time that we're out of our mind and we're more in the body, and we have these moments of euphoria, even with people that might have more of a difficult time accessing that sacral sort of orgasmic energy, or similar to them. I'm sure we can all relate to in other ways, parts where like maybe the heart chakra or something is other areas of us where we're like just in a moment of euphoria, or we are amongst the sublime. Like if anybody saw the solar eclipse.
Ian, it's okay. You're my favorite.
Saw the what?
Saw the solar eclipse last year, or things like that.
Oh, the solar eclipse, right?
Yeah, right. So anyway, that's just kind of what it reminds me of, because I haven't practiced what you're talking about, but I'm sure any listeners out there might be able to pull some kind of frame of reference to get an idea of other moments of their life where this
I'm sorry, I lost you. I'm sorry, I lost you there for a minute, so I apologize, but I only heard solar eclipse, and after that, I lost you.
No, that's okay. I'm just talking about other, just saying in general, other moments where even if we can't directly relate to or haven't had any experience with what you're talking about, that I'm sure that there's other areas of our life,
Well, I've been talking to this Spanish chick.
We lost her camera for some reason.
I've been talking to this Spanish chick, and every time she calls me Poppy, my leg gets hard.
Let me see. I'm coming inside. Can you hear me better now?
We can hear you fine. I just can't see your picture, honey. I don't know.
That's what I say.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, okay. It says. Okay. There we go. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I am so sweaty. Whew, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot out there.
I usually say I'm coming inside.
But I apologize. I missed a question.
No, that's okay. It was less of a question and just more of a connection point for the listeners, of just even for those of us that might not be able to, directly relate or haven't experienced yet what you're talking about because they haven't practiced it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that life, in many ways, either intentionally or by surprise, has caught us in a moment of euphoria, again, with the eclipse or with that, chirping of the birds.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah, it's basically changing your brain waves. Is one thing that it's doing. If you look into that a little, you'll a lot of people that write or are creative will first thing in the morning when their brain waves are in that alpha state, or in the evening when they're falling asleep, that's when they'll get a lot of good stuff to write about or create.
I
so
honestly
that's
get mine with exhaustion, and that's no lie.
Well, there you go.
I'll work like all day long. She put a picture. You seen the picture of me the other night with my freaking hair all crazy and a bandana all up my head. Yeah, I was writing all day that day, all day long. And that's when I get more creative. The more tired I am, the more crap comes to my
Well,
mind.
it's so yeah, and it does put you in a different, not just frame of mind, but a different actual brainwave state. Yes.
Yeah. And, and now, are these are when you're say coaching someone along this? Are these like group coaching sessions? Are they in person? Are they
I do
people
both.
actually having an orgasm while they're with you, or is this
Okay.
like try this technique at home kind of thing?
This is a definitely. I will show them poses. I will do that sort of thing. But we go into meditation, and we do listen to this some different sounds just to kind of see what may. I can also use my energy training
You're Reiki,
to
because you're a
help.
Reiki master as well. Yeah.
Right. So I can help them and facilitate like opening that chakra, getting it moving and cleared as much as possible that maybe they wouldn't be as able to do on their own unless they were familiar with that. So that is something that I do there. But yes, we're not actually practicing the orgasm itself there. We're just going into a really nice place. I want them to feel. I want them to feel the energy there. I want them to feel, the fullness. I lead them through a meditation, which happened today kind of organically. And I realized I'm going to record a meditation on this because I have 4 meditations out that are on my site now. One's about forgiveness. The other is about cleansing your chakras. But this one specifically for this purpose, I feel like I need to, after a session I had today with someone, I feel like I need to do a specific meditation for this.
Right. And I just not to go backwards too much.
Is that it's like?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you just come all day? Is that like you just wake up and
No, I'm not just like walking down the street. Someone, because I've had women ask me that. So you like just spontaneously? I'm like, no. I could stop it.
I wouldn't interrupt him. I think that's why he keeps walking off camera.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Somebody's getting a special pizza tonight. They don't even know. No, I don't want to go backwards.
This one
too much.
turned
I
into
just
a
did
meat
want to
pizza,
ask one.
wasn't
Yeah, meat pizza. Yeah, I wanted to ask you one question about something that was said earlier.
Okay.
When you were talking about colors and such, is that like are all people? Like, is it like blue light, like what like with blue light with TVs and how and then green light? Is that it? And is everybody the same, or is this something like?
Yes.
Because with that kind of stuff, it's kind of like comparable. Right?
Yes, it's the same. Now, different people's energy fields will look different according to what they have been through, their traumas. We store all of this stuff in our body. So when you look at someone's aura, it will sometimes if it's not if the orange isn't there and it's not spinning and you can sense it. Also, if you're into the energy work, yes, it may look more of a sludgy color orange or a lighter orange than dark. But yes, it is orange. Those energy center colors are there. They're the colors of the rainbow, actually.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, Michelle, listen, it has been great having you on here. I'm going to give you a few minutes just to talk, let everybody know how they can get in touch with you, what your next workshop's up. When we're doing right after your outro, I'll throw up your information. I have your website, all your links, and we'll pop it up there so people can take care of it.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and thank you. Have a blessed week, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, hold on a second. Jeez.
Touch my body, put me on the floor, twist me around, play with me some more. Touch my body, put me on the floor.
That's not it. Watch.
Where'd the hot lady go?
I'm gonna have to sit back and edit that because we didn't do the. I didn't even push the right goddamn one like a fucking.
You know what? Fuck her for trying to run off
the man.
on
Here? Jesus Christ, man.
Out the man, fucking bitch.
Wait a minute. What the fuck is going on? What happened to my controls? Oh, that's because I'm all the way down the bottom of the page like a fucking asshole. All right. So we'll have to edit it because her real intro is even better. Her intro is good, man. I didn't even play her intro. I uploaded the wrong one. But here's her outro.
Touch my body, put me on the floor, twist me around, play with me some more. Touch my body, put me on.
Her outro was the same.
It keeps getting cut the fuck off. This is fucking pissing me the fuck off. I swear to fucking God it is.
Oh man, we're about to transition into pissed off Pete. That was great.
No, you know what? Hey, listen, it doesn't matter. I think we all understand what's going on here. It's subliminal. I think that this was done purposely. Hold on a second now. Let's see something. Where the hell is it? Is this the video here? Oh no! Oh, you know what? That's because I fucking didn't upload the new one. Watch. Well, they'll play the new one now. Hopefully it's fucking something different than the stupid motherfucker I just played right then. Because that's a part of it. The intro's badass. You got to see the intro. It's really good. And anybody that is interested in seeing the intro, you're going to see it too. And if you're not, guess what? I'm playing the fucking intro because it happens to be something I'm able to do. Hold on. Intro. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, well, I just want to let you know that Touch My Body thing is labeled as Michelle intro and then also outro video.
Yeah, I know. And the thing about it is, watch. So here's our outro. We'll play our outro first because we're Polish.
Hurry up, Motors. I took 3 Ocean pills. It's been a half hour. You better get in here.
Wow, that was fun. That was real fun. Good Lord, I can't wait to do that again. Hope we get to do that again soon, can we? See you later.
Intro. Ready?
Hey, Mildred, hurry up. It's that doctor lady. Many should blow the dust off your box before you get out here. But hell, it's hand spray. So make me a sandwich while you're doing this, will you? She should be back in a minute. I just heard the leaf blower start, and that sandwich shouldn't take her long. So in the meantime, everybody welcome Michelle Zirkel.
Oh, look at see, there was some work put into that. I just put up the wrong file, man.
Dude, I didn't even have to go to school. I got a PhD, a pretty hard dick right there. I'm looking at
that. He was one nut to the wind with that one. Oh, geez. Listen, it was interesting, though. No shit,
Dude,
like,
I'm telling you what, I was having to make pizzas, but I was listening. I came twice. I'm just saying that was pretty good.
I can honestly say Helen gets like that at times. She actually does get to the point where, like, she can emotionally put herself in a place where she doesn't want anything to do with anything. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just that's what it is. It's just emotionally her. She's not in the space.
No, it don't count for women. They spend their whole life dodging for dick. We fucking trying to get out, and the rest of our life trying to get back in.
How it works. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Give that motherfucker a long, torturous experience ending in a dirt nap.
She's listening, Peter. You gotta be
Give
careful,
that
dude.
motherfucker a
All right, how about we? I think after that we all need a drink. Why don't we knock one back with Ian?
Yeah, I need one, and I need a cigarette.
Sorry about that. I had to go get a charger.
Yeah, I need a drink and a cigarette.
While you're getting a charger, we're having everybody else get a drink. I'm going to let everybody know what we're going to be drinking now throughout the rest of the podcast.
Okay, hey, I make sure I uploaded the right goddamn fucking media for that shit.
You won't.
I upload it? I didn't upload. Well, you know what, Ian? I'll upload it right now. It'll just be you do a voiceover over top. It's about 20 seconds long. Hold on 1 second. It's coming right at you. You're gonna like this. This is awesome. This is gonna be an awesome intro as well. No, it's Ian's Inquisition. That's the wrong one.
That's all right. I got a banner.
No. Yeah, do you? Oh, you got a banner going too? Yeah, I changed it. Good. I'm glad you changed the banner for her that I had up for her. But and I forgot to put her information up, but I will. We'll throw it up at the end of the show and the credits kind of like thing. And once this thing loads, we'll pop in. Especially, do you throw one back for you? Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to. Get out of the way, Freedom, for fuck's sake. Here, Helen. Just take it over there because I ain't got no goddamn fucking room here. Oh, this fucking thing. I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. Fucking fire marshal Jim fucking visits the studio every once in a while too. Here I am bouncing all over the fucking place. No idea what's going on.
What the hell are you uploading? Can I talk about my drink?
Yeah, just 1 second. You can. Hold on. Media assets. There you go, and
All right, there we go. All right, it is time to get trashed. Come knock one back with me, and let's see what we're going to be drinking today while we listen to the podcast. Today, I got a pretty simple one here for you. That way, if you don't or anything crazy like that, you can still enjoy a nice drink. We're going to go with the Boulevardier today because I'm feeling classy and snobby. Again, that's going to be Boulevardier. It's a 3-ingredient cocktail. It's pretty simple. You just do an ounce of bourbon, you do an ounce of sweet vermouth, and you do an ounce of Campari. It's like a Negroni, but with bourbon. You put those 3 ingredients in a mixing glass or in a plastic cup for all I care. Add some ice, stir it up. You can serve it over the rocks or over a large ice cube if you got that. It's strong, it's good, and it's one of my favorite cocktails. So that's going to be the first drink of the day. Cheers and get trashed. Where'd you other assholes go to? No, you're all gone. Okay, excellent. Well, that's my drink of the day, and I guess it's just going to be me here. We're going to be starting things off with Pissed Off Pete in just a moment once he decides he's going to return. And it looks like my brother's completely gone. My podcast today, everybody. Welcome back. We'll have to make sure to post some kind of audio or put something in the description of the podcast for anybody who isn't viewing the podcast but is listening. Because we've got all of Michelle's links to her TikTok and to her website and everything that she does. So if you wanted to hear a little bit more from her, or if you need a little bit of help yourself, we'll show you where to find it. But until then, everybody's gone, and I'm going to get another drink, so fuck all y'all. There he is. He's back. Oh, nobody can hear you. Still can't hear you.
you can hear me now.
Yep.
It's thank God I'm an intelligent son of a bitch. You don't want to miss a fucking word I got to say. I promise. I'm so intelligent I can rip my hair right out of my fucking head with a drill while fucking hanging a door if I can cause a bald spot in a perfectly beautiful fucking mane. Anyway.
I got done talking about my drink, and then I come back and you're gone. Peter's not in the call anymore. I'm like,
well, listen, let me explain.
You go to make the drink.
Here's something that, what the fuck am I up there by myself for? There we go. Here's something that you'll learn, and this is generational. When you get to be a 61-year-old man and you got to piss, you got to run. And when you got to run, you get the fuck out there and you think you got to piss like a racehorse, and 14 drips that take 18 minutes to get out of your neck fucking, yeah, it does you no good. But if you don't run out there and go, you'll go, I bet $1 million fucking you piss your pants. It's just the fucking way it works, man.
Yeah, well, if it's only 14 drops, then who cares, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 14 drops I get here. Hey, listen, you know, I lost out on billions and I fucking screwed you out of inheritance. 15 years ago, 12 years ago, 12 years ago, I looked at Helen and I go, you know, I just thought of a fucking new invention. She goes, what is that? I go, the Peter Patamus. And she goes, the Peter Patamus? I said, well, you know, you always get like 4 drips in your underwear when you're getting pissing, and it, you know, it can get fucking aggravating or whatever else and uncomfortable. So fuck it, man. You get a pad that's shaped almost like a jock. You put it in there, strap it around the old Johnson, and that fucking shit. And listen, the benefit of it is is that the more drops it gets, though, it's absorbing, so it gets larger, and you look like you got this junked ass package by the end of the day. The only problem is, I think too many people take it serious, is piss their pants and end up with a fucking, mountain of a fucking penal fucking whatever in their jeans, ripping out zippers and whatever else. But yeah, and now I turned on the TV last week, and them cocksuckers over there. What the fuck is the name of that thing that make women's fucking underoos fucking things? What are they? What? The pens? Yeah, them son of a bitches. They stole my fucking goddamn idea.
Adult diapers is your idea.
And I was saying I don't give a rat's ass in the 1980s, and nobody even knew what a rat's ass looked like. Now everybody says that fucking shit. I get no credit for that shit. That is bullshit. Good Lord have mercy, man. If I think of all the things that I've done in my life that now other people have, that's a sore subject to me this week. I found out that a ex-acquaintance, because I won't even give them the title of friend because they never were one, has cancer. And somebody, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I don't give a shit if the fucking guy walked off the edge of the earth, honestly. But I would never wish that on anybody. I'm an asshole. But I'm not a fucking complete asshole, I guess, Like, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And anybody that's going through it, man, listen, I'm the first one there to fucking help him. But he can go fucking help himself. He's been doing it himself for years. Does it matter what strain? No.
It doesn't, right?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, people put too much emphasis. That's another thing. So Helen's asking me a question about people treating with cannabis for cancer, and people spend too much time considering and worrying about what strains they're using. Now, I can't say that certain strains are very much better because that you can extract cannabinoids from that, or a more abundance of the cannabinoids, like the Trinity plant. It's loaded, and anybody that actually profiles people to make them an oil for their cancer, they always include Trinity. But those medicines are so fucking expensive because that fucking clones are like $300 fucking dollars for that fucking plant. I mean, it's not an inexpensive venture, but you can take anything and benefit and get the oils because they all have the same cannabinoid oil profile. Just depends on the obviously the percentages of which there are, and it's pretty involved, but it doesn't really matter. If you take oil, it's gonna fucking help you. Period. You know what I mean? It's not like So, and it don't depend on what you're at. Now, what I would say is,
I want to go back to your rat's ass comment, because when I came in here cracking up like a freaking lunatic before, because it was the funniest thing that happened. I go out there because, again, in New York right now, it's like 98 degrees and I'm sweating my ass off, and this room has no cooling whatsoever. If I open that door to get the AC in here, we are never going to hear my voice over the sound of the machines and the dogs and everything else.
Right.
So anyway, I decided to go out there for a little reprieve, right? I'm going to go ahead and stand in front of the AC. I notice nobody's in the house. I don't know where Autumn is. Connor's playing outside in the pool. So what do? I go and I stand in front of the AC. I pull up my shirt a little bit, and I'm like, oh, it feels good, right? I pull down my pants. I'm like, I'm going to fucking spray my ass with some AC right now. I'm looking around like a bird or a squirrel, making sure nobody's like in a part of the house that I don't know. And then I just happen to look behind me outside of the window, and there's the fucking neighbor looking at me. They got a free show.
You know what? They probably sat there and went, that's not a fucking bad idea. Ran over to their house and pulled their nuts up and fucking had it underneath there too. That's
my neighbors love me.
I think what happened to Petey is, man, he joined that Tinder or whatever it is. He said he had 4 swipe lefts, but they were all trannies. I told him it don't matter, man. Just lift the sack and hit the crack. It's the same shit, brother. Just fucking go for it,
I mean, hey, they got to say yes to him too, right?
Yeah. I listen. I wish he was here because, man, did he tell you about what happened to him at the fucking store the other day?
The other day?
Yeah, he's on the way to see this girl, right? And he didn't kiss this girl. He ain't done nothing. He really likes this girl, though. So that's why, your brother's trying to be a gentleman. So he goes into the store to buy something to drink and whatever else to bring over there because he had made some food or whatever else. And he's getting something to drink. Goes in the store, and there's about this 70-year-old woman behind the counter taking his money. He pulls out his fucking wallet, and a condom flies out of his wallet and lands in her hand. And he says, sorry, I'm going to need that.
Keep the change.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, she not only got the tip, she got the idea of what the whole thing was going to be like.
That's awesome.
Oh, good Lord. All right, man. Hey, listen, let's move. I'll do my segment now. I'll do a segment now of mine if that's where we are on the list. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. While he's, while Peter's making a pizza.
Yep.
Too late. They rattled his cage. It's time for Piss Off Pete.
Hey, everybody, Pete Yapel here at Events, and I'm going to share a little bit of things that can piss me off. I'll just explain a little bit about my segment today rather than get into any one specific. But if anybody knows me, once I start talking, I don't shut the fuck up, and it's kind of hard to get me off subject anyway. But my segment of the show will end up covering, I don't know what the fuck just happened here, and we're doing this and that, and there we go. And but no, my segment of the show will be about things like pharmaceutical drugs and side effects. It'll be about injustices, period. Like people being thrown in jail for cannabis for life without the possibility of parole when we have pedophiles that walk the street with nothing but probation. Even in some cases, they don't even get that. It'll also be about, just my everyday, because let me tell you something pisses me off in this fucking house every day. It's usually my fucking dogs. And occasionally my wife, but hey, I think that's just something that this Christmas. Michelle thanked us in a private message, by the way. Anyway, it'll be about things like that today. Let me see what pissed me off. I think first today was I went to get Dino, and I just sleep the whole day before. I fell asleep the fucking night before that. And I fell asleep about 1:00 last night. And I set my alarm for 5 and jumped out of bed at fucking 4:23. Fuck, thinking I forgot and missed my alarm at 5. And I fucking didn't. So that pissed me off because now I gotta try to go back to sleep for only 20 minutes. And the second thing that pissed me off was when the fucking alarm went off at 5 o'clock. And I was back up 20 fucking minutes later and, and fucking didn't. And then, in the meantime, I picked my phone up the alarm, and Dino, who was supposed to meet me at the fucking Kingman at 7 o'clock, and fucking text me, hey, if you're up, you come right now. I'm fucking, I had a fucking shit night. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I pissed, yell at dog out, fucking, eat a donut, something. I don't know what the fuck. But, and eat Pop-Tarts, y'all. They do make the world do a little bit better, they honestly. Yeah,
You got your Pop-Tart shirt?
I do. I actually wore as no bullshit. I had my Pop-Tart shirt on 2 days ago and said, my son got me this for Christmas. Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite shirts. And Pop-Tarts do make the world better. But even with all the petroleum and hey, listen, who hasn't drank a little fucking oil or gas in their life? Come on now. If you're gonna, it might as well have some chocolate flavor to it, right? Or taste like a s'more, for fuck's sake. Right? Jesus Christ. Well, yeah. So the things that piss me off about here's the one that pissed me off big time this fucking week. California passed a law. Now this is fucking completely federally illegal. It's so fucking far off. It totally fucking disregards the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. It's so fucked up, it blew my mind. They put that if a doctor exempts more than 5 patients and their entire fucking career from having to get any kind of vaccination for any reason, they'll lose their license. Now that's fucking bullshit, because there is a fucking constitutional right we have to put what's in our body and not put what we don't want in our body. We are in charge of our own body. That's why the whole fucking subject of abortion to me is ridiculous. I mean, do I agree? Do I disagree? I don't have a feeling about it. Yeah, I believe it's situational. I believe it's up to the person. This is a private fucking matter. It's not the government's matter. It's not whatsoever. Not in any fucking way, shape, or form. And if I decide, which I have, I will never have a fucking vaccine. And let me explain why I say that, okay? call me a fucking conspiracy theorist, because believe me, soon there'll be a tab on our website, guys. Don't forget to go there, www.gettrash.info. And we got all sorts of stuff in there. But there's going to be certain subjects that me and my sons talk about that we're going to expand on. And we'll send them in like little mini pod series. Be like, whatever, $5 a episode or whatever each of us decide to set our thing at. And one of mine is on, and it's probably going to be like something where y'all hate me, but that's what this show's about anyway. But it's about being honest, right? It's about talking about the shit nobody will talk about. There are 27 books in the New Testament, right? There are fucking 8 books that never made it. And the 8 books that didn't make it because they didn't say the same shit that the other ones did, okay? And then the 27 books in the fucking Bible that are written by 8 men, right? One man wrote 8 of them himself. I don't know why. I guess he needed an alias fucking 8 times, tell the same fucking thing over and over, right? And here's the kicker. Of all those motherfuckers that wrote books and that thing, only fucking 4 people ever fucking bumped into Jesus walking down the street at the very least. Paul wrote fucking 8 goddamn editions in the fucking Bible, and he did his shit all through fucking visions. It must have been fucking badass mushrooms that grow out of camel shit out there in the fucking Middle East that we get here from fucking cows. Well, fucking please, man. So, and if you look at the beginning, and guys, I'm just being honest. Why I say this is this, and why the point of this podcast and using God is because who is more important than fucking God, right? And it's just to show how we are tricked along the way, how we're fed information along the way, and that's the only information we get. And if we don't take the time to look at the information that rebuts that probably makes a shit fucking ton more sense other than just do it. They sound like a fucking Nike commercial, right? But God was bipolar, man. The Old Testament, God is this fucking omnipotent fucking, get the planet right, this and the other thing. What does he do? He hands Moses 10 fucking laws on a fucking etched piece of stone that if you read the fucking cocksucking Old Testament, he broke every one of them himself. That's why parents say, do as I say, not as I do. Why? Because he can do whatever the fuck he wants as long as you're doing what you're supposed to. And that's how your government is, and your fucking school systems, and your fucking bosses, and everybody that's on this planet. If you're only given one side of a fucking story, it's your responsibility to go find out the other side, right? And listen to it. No one, who in this fucking world has ever had, it happens in relationships, right? In breakups. People walk up to you and say, well, that guy was a fucking asshole who did this, that, and the other thing, fucking to me, da, 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 da. And it might quite possibly be true. But you ain't no fucking angel over there or whatever else, and half the shit probably came out of your fucking mouth is bullshit, exaggerated, and it's fucking distorted to get people to like you or want to be with you or next to you or be on your side, because we all need that pet, right? Well, God was so fucking bipolar, because then in the New Testament, God's just loving, accepting, coming to me, and da-da-da-da-da, and Jesus is telling him, no, my father's pretty fucking far out. Well, maybe your father was like that with us, but that son of a bitch told fucking Zechariah to fucking eat his goddamn children, and he meant it. When he said, go fucking blow up the city of Babylon, that motherfucker was destroyed. People were having orgies, having some fun in Sodom and Gomorrah. Wiped the motherfucking place out. He got so fucking nasty, he killed every one of us but Noah in a fucking floating zoo. For fuck's sake, man.
I like to imagine, I don't know shit about religion. I don't know shit about history. I don't know shit about anything, because who the fuck knows everything about everything? But I like to imagine that somebody was just fucking tripping on mushrooms one day and had visions of God and wrote all that shit down, just like a 2 a.m. mushroom text from you. And somebody was like, oh shit, this is pretty good. Let's publish it. Now, thousands of years later, people are arguing about it. And if fucking whatever his name were to actually like see what was going on, he was like, dude, I didn't expect you all to base your entire life on this. I just wrote a little story and talked about the God that I believe in. And now suddenly you're killing each other over it.
Well, it's funny because, God says the devil is such a terrible person. There is maybe 10 at the most people that the devil might have had anything to do with their death. This motherfucker wiped out our world, man. And I'm still trying to figure this out. You got Adam and Eve banging, right? They got kids. They had 2 boys. Who are they fucking? How are we populating the earth? What were we special humans back then? Now you'll wipe out the earth again. Noah was 738 years old. He's fucking his wife and they're populating the world again. Or was he banging monkeys? And that's how we came about. I have no idea how this shit happened. But all I know is this.
Maybe they grew up in Alabama and their sons just looked at Eve and said, well, Mom, you're the only one here. So
Right. And listen, the only thing I know about it is this. None of that shit can be proven. It's all fables and stories that people told and wrote down in books. Every last fucking bit of it. There is not a copy of the God Bible that was sent by God. It just wasn't, except for through messengers. But we are fucking human, right? And science is a science, right? We try to disprove science all the time. It's our job to try to disprove science. Well, we haven't been able to disprove a couple of different things that are about us that are human. Evolution in general. We evolve. We, as people, no bullshit, will be extinct. We will. Why? Because we use every fucking resource we have. We stomp it out. We ain't got no means to fucking replace them. So we're going to be gone someday. So enjoy it. I feel bad for my great-grandchildren because I think my grandchildren will get past this shit, but my great-grandchildren, they might not. And not only that, we are a fucking electric being. Our body is all electric. Our heart runs on electricity. Our brain runs on electricity. And there's theories out there and laws of science that say energy can't be destroyed. It doesn't dissipate. It continues on. So yes, do you go somewhere? Is this heaven? Who knows what the fuck it is? But your energy goes somewhere. So you as a being are an electric pulse. Who the fuck knows? We might all just be some assholes on somebody's fucking video game at home, on a forgotten page or a level that they haven't finished yet. And they'll come back later on, finish them. So that's how we're going. Who knows, right? And then we also have this thing called fucking science that involves the world, right? One time, the South Pole was the equator. Well, guess what? It's fucking hotter than banshees are calling fucking New York a goddamn whatever, tropical fucking rain fucking sauna. And it never was before, right? So the earth is tilting, man. That's why weather changes happen. That's why we have all these things. It's not fucking somebody driving a car. For fuck's sake, if you're driving an electric car, electricity produced it. They burned fucking coal and oil to make the electricity, you asshole. So there's still fucking, it's the same shit. But people don't fucking think past that. They think this fucking whole thing. Listen, all I know is, again, as you can hear, a lot of shit pisses me off. It really, really fucking does. And I'm not afraid to share it. And I encourage you. I do. I mean, fucking encourage you, please. God, please. I encourage you to email us at who are these guys? You can put a banner up, and we'll do that during production. But I mean, honestly, who are these guys at gmail.com? Visit our website, look at our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our X page, our now we got a flip page, for fuck's sake, whatever the flip thing is. I just did that the other day. But we're on like every social media platform. All our shit's there. Email us. I don't care. You want to call me an asshole. Why? Because I get called worse than that by my wife every 10 minutes of my life. I can take you calling me an asshole. But if you're going to call me an asshole just about my opinion, then listen, that's perfectly fine. We can have a debate. We can have it. You can end up in fucking Mount Trashmore right at the fucking top with the rest of them. Check out Mount Trashmore. Mount Trashmore is a tab on the side of our Hall of Fame and our Hall of Shame that we have. And Helen has inducted 2 people into the Hall of Shame right off the bat. She wasn't waiting for guests. She's got Teresa Giudice from the fucking New Jersey Housewives, because she ain't nothing but trash, like Helen says, and it's a great little piece she put up about her. And Angela Deem. Angela Deem is the star from 90 Day Fiance, who had married some 27-year-old fucking Ethiopian or whatever the hell he is, and brought him back here, treated him like shit, had a body makeover, pulls her tits out all the time because she's trying to cover her face, which she should do, and probably should shove them in her mouth so we don't have to hear her talk. All right. That's enough of Pissed Off Pete's fucking shit tonight, guys, and I hope you fucking enjoyed it. But please, man, honestly, write us in. You got a topic you want me to fucking throw in the frying pan, heat up, and flip over? I'm more than fucking happy to do it. You're gonna get my opinions, less like an asshole. We all got them right here, and we're here to share them with you.
All right, that's Pissed Off Pete. Now, normally we'd transition on to Peter, but right now he's hard at work at one of his 80,000 jobs.
And he probably is hard at work.
Yeah, he probably is after that conversation earlier. Probably doesn't know what to do with himself right now, but so we're just going to go ahead and transition on over to me. So now, do a little segment here. We're gonna have a little intro video and all that other shit later.
Yeah,
for
because
my stuff.
it's not talked over. Yeah, I got it done though.
No, it's all good. We're not doing the Inquisition today. Today I'm feeling a little pissed off myself. So we're gonna go. I'm not gonna do this segment too often because I'm a pretty chill guy for the most part. At least I keep the anger down far enough where it doesn't get to make an appearance that often. But
yeah,
I'm pretty pissed off today. I like my older brother. I'm working 75,000 jobs right now, and one of them is in one of the fucking worst industries that you can work in. One of the most thankless industries that you can work in, and surprisingly also one of the most fun industries that you can work in, which is the restaurant industry. So we're going to do a little segment today called Irate Ian. That's not where you rate me. That's just me being... I don't need to hear that because believe me, I know the ratings are low.
Hey, listen, we'll rate them too, but shit, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
How many peanuts in the turds? That's a trophy over here, guys. Keep it up.
Right. And no, but I'm pretty. I get pretty.
Ian, it's okay. You know you're my favorite.
That's right. At least I'm Helen's favorite. That's all that fucking
Ian,
matters.
it's okay.
That
You
shit
know
goes on
you're
a
my
loop.
favorite.
You gotta fucking turn it off. There we go. All right.
Ian,
I swear
it's
to
okay.
Jesus Christ.
You know you're my favorite.
All right. Well, the first thing that I'm irate about is the fact that my father's gone and left this fucking sound on repeat. He's coming back to us now.
I gotta stop touching them fucking buttons.
Don't ever touch anything ever again. All right. So, yeah. Well, no, we're not rating Ian, but Ian is irate. And I'm going to tell you why today.
Let's hear it.
I got a list. Now, this might become its own subsection outside of irate Ian because honestly, there's just so much content I could go on forever. You've probably seen plenty of videos like these on social media, on Instagram and TikTok and all that kind of stuff. But living life as a server, as a bartender, as a kitchen staff, whatever you happen to be in the restaurant industry, it's not fun. So let's just go ahead and set the scene a little bit here. Why do we go to restaurants, right? We go to restaurants to meet people. We go to restaurants to go on dates. We go to restaurants to share and to hold meetings. We go to restaurants to be served, to be able to just relax and enjoy somebody actually serving you. We go to restaurants to show off. A lot of people out there want to show off just how much they make and just how much power they hold in the world. And what better way to do that than to take somebody out and treat them real well. And but ultimately, we go to restaurants to have a good time. Right? That's great. That's what restaurants are for. A place to gather, a place to have fun, a place to meet new people, a place to go on dates, all that kind of thing. But when you go there, don't be a fucking asshole. And let me tell you something right now. I am the kind of person, I'm all smiles. I don't spit in food and drinks. I don't screw anything over. I don't ignore you when you're really pissy. I'm there and I take it like a fucking champ. And I give you little smiles. But today, here on this platform, I'm not doing that. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what pisses me off. A lot of the things here that I'm about to say today, they are but a fraction of the things that I have to deal with every day. And I'm telling you, I'm the guy that comes in. I give you the warm smile. I say hello. I'm constantly checking in an appropriate way in case you're one of those guests that don't like to be checked in on often. I understand that. Sometimes you want to be left alone to your company or to yourself, and that's fine. But here's some things that you should never fucking do, because I know that when we all get older, we start to revert back to like our childhood self. Apparently, everybody reverts to their childhood self when they walk into fucking restaurants, and they become their most idiotic version of who they are. So here's some things that just happened this week, a few of them, and you should never fucking do these things. When I say hi to you when you walk in the door, say hello to me. Or if I say, hi, how are you? Say, I'm doing fine, how are you? Or say, I'm having a bad day. I don't care what you say. But when you walk in and you say, party of four, that's great. I can tell you fucking electric bill because that's what's on my mind right now. But guess what? Say hello to me. I have addressed you, addressed me back. Remember the lessons that you were taught growing up about being polite, being kind, being respectful, all these fucking people. It doesn't even matter what the age is. I'm not even going to try to target any kind of demographic here. It's old people, it's young people, it's people of all color, it's people of all sexual orientation. It doesn't fucking matter. Every single kind of fucking person walks through that door and is an asshole. So say hello to me when you walk in the door. Ask. Don't tell. Don't say, cut this in half and wrap it for me. Say, can you please wrap this for us? Or can you just say, could you wrap this for us? I don't even need a fucking please. You don't owe me much, but you owe me the human decency that I'm offering you. Right? Don't grab drinks from my tray. If I have a tray of drinks and I am placing them down and you see that little special drink that you ordered and you're so excited for, don't pick it up off my tray. I'm going to spill that shit all over the table. And whose fault is that going to end up being? Mine. So don't be a fucking asshole. Let me give you the drink. Okay? Here's another thing. Don't consistently be that person that shows up right before we close, especially when you're ordering food. Drinks can sometimes be one thing, but to consistently show up right before we're about to close, I'm talking 5 minutes before the kitchen closes, and you show up 3 times a week and then order 3-course meal and you're getting appetizers, you're getting to-go food, you're getting all this shit. Now, if you come in, you're like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I get out of my job at 7:30. You guys close at 8 o'clock. I'm starving. My job sucks. This is the one little time that I get to actually, and that's fine. I understand. Come on in. Let us know. Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to put my order in. I know what I want. Here it is. Here, I'll even pay you the moment the food comes. I don't give a shit. I'll pay and then I'll eat quick and I'll leave. That's considerate. I understand that. But to come in and say, all right, I'm going to be here for the next 2 hours and I'm the only person in this goddamn restaurant, everybody in that restaurant hates you. Every single human being in that restaurant hates you. The server hates you. The bartender hates you. The dishwasher hates you. The kitchen staff hates you. The owner hates you because now they have to pay a whole bunch of people to be there just for you to eat some fucking popcorn chicken or whatever the fuck you're enjoying. Don't do that shit, okay? Get in, get the food, get out. If you called ahead of time to ask when we close just for you to stay there for 2 hours, you're an asshole, okay? So don't do that shit. Don't be the person that walks in and we tell you can sit wherever you'd like and you sit at the one fucking dirty table in the entire restaurant. There's plenty of funny skits out there, people doing that kind of thing. But for the love of God, I don't care if it's your favorite table in the whole restaurant. If you really want it, then ask if you can have that table and have a drink at the bar while you wait. But for you to plop your ass down and be like, hey, what's going on here? There's 75 other tables that are all clean. Sit at one of them. Sit at any of them. Sit at a 6-top by yourself that's clean before you sit at a dirty table. Read the fucking menu yourself, okay? I don't want to read the whole menu to you. When you look at the margarita and you say what's in that and it says fucking tequila, lime juice, triple sec, simple syrup, whatever the hell you guys put in your margaritas, I don't need to tell you that it's got fucking tequila in it. I don't need to tell you that it's got lime juice. Read the menu. If you're asking if our chicken parm has cheese in it, you're an asshole. And I don't want to have to keep telling you that chicken parm has cheese in it, okay? Okay, so I love to dance, right? But the snap, shake, and point is meant for dancing alone. It's not meant for restaurants. If you want my attention or if you need something from me, do not snap your fingers. Do not snap your fingers, because for the love of Jesus Christ, when have you ever gone to somebody's house or you go to your grandma's house and you snap at her that when you want something, okay? Show the human decency. That's all I'm asking for. How did your parents raise you? There's nothing better than when I get somebody who's older than me that all they want to talk about is how fucked the younger generation is, and they just shake their little glass of ice in the air because they want something else. I'm like, are you a toddler? Are you going to bang your fork and knife on the table and say, Mommy, I need another drink? No. You can ask nicely. Can I have another drink, please? Hey, can I have another one when you have a second? A little bit of decency. And I'm telling you that there's nobody in the industry that's going to have somebody kindly ask for something and not promptly make sure that they're getting on that as fast as they can. But this guy, This woman, no, not happening. Everybody hates you. Everybody in the restaurant hates you. And we're going to smile and we're going to take care of you and we're going to be the better person, but we don't want to be. We all hate your guts and we're all texting each other to make sure that everybody else knows that that asshole showed up again to shake their glass at the bar. So don't do that. Be an adult. Be an adult. You're old enough to drink. Be an adult. Don't talk to me while I'm talking to another guest at another table. So if I'm standing at a table and you're at the table next to me and I'm in the middle of taking an order or answering a question or going over specials, don't just start shouting things at me that you need. How rude. If I'm in a conversation with my girlfriend and our son just randomly starts talking to us and trying to get something from us, I say, buddy, hold on. Can you please say excuse me? Because we're in the middle of a conversation right now. And if he can learn that at 10 years old, then you can learn that at fucking 30 or 40 or 50 or 80 or whatever the hell age you are. Okay? So when I'm talking to somebody or somebody's talking to me, don't interrupt. I don't care how close your table is to me. I've had enough of it. Okay? I'll get to you. Believe me, there's 55,000 things going on inside of my head of all the things that I need to do. And your one thing that you want to talk about can wait 2 seconds. Because believe me, I know you're there. I probably already know what you're going to ask me. Wait. Okay? And I hate that I'm in this business, by the way. I fucking hate restaurants. I don't want to be doing it anymore. Okay? But right now it's making the money and I do a damn good job at it. But while I'm here, while I'm one of the good ones that have been in this industry now for almost 10 years, and I'm really fucking good at my job. I've helped open restaurants. I've managed. I've done everything from bussing, washing dishes, hosting, serving, management, bartending, bar management, front of house management, general management. I've done it all. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted, and it's because of people like you. And also, don't tell me how to run the business, okay? When you see a 23-year-old girl that's going to college to become literally anything other than a waitress, and you sit there and tell her, you guys should really do this. You guys should really do that. We have no control. I have no control over anything in this business. Do you think that I'm going to go back into the kitchen where the owner is cooking the food and he's sweaty and hot and he's got 50 tickets and I'm like, hey, Mildred thinks we should get yellow lighting instead of white lighting because the white lighting hurts her eyes? Do you think, oh, what a genius. Let me change that right now. Oh my goodness. Let me spend thousands of dollars to rewire this whole building so that the sound and the lighting is accommodating for one person that's going to come here once every 3 months. You know what you should really have on the menu? You should have swordfish. Yeah, well, guess what? We had swordfish and nobody ordered it but like 3 people, and 3 people a business does not make. So how about you shut the fuck up and just enjoy what we have, or go to the place that has swordfish, or go to the place that has fucking better lighting, or go home, okay? Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I am exhausted of the fake smiles every day that I give people, and I love the industry. I'm a genuine person. I love to connect with people. I love to offer an experience and to cultivate an environment that makes people feel excited, welcome, trusting. This is coming from one of the good ones here, not from one of the people who don't give a shit. This is coming from somebody who cares way too much. And from somebody who cares way too much, make everybody's life a little bit easier and grow up. Grow up. Be the kind of person that society expects you to be by the age of 12 years old. And if you can do that, you can keep coming to the restaurant. And if you ever happen to listen to this and I'm still in a restaurant and you come to me, please, I dare you to challenge me, because you know what I'm going to say? Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. Yeah, I just do a fun little podcast with my family. It's really good to see you, though. How can I get started for you today? But in my head, I fucking hate you, and I want you to know that. Okay, that's all for my radiant today. Believe me, there's a hell of a lot more that I could talk about for restaurants, but we're going to leave it there. Those are, again, just a few of the things that I experienced, even just in a single shift. So be a human being, stop acting like a piece of trash, and stop leaving crumbs all over the table and the floor and everything like that, okay? Because you'd hate to clean that shit up, and guess who has to 1,000,000 times a day? Me. All right. Thank you. That's all.
Amen, bro. Amen. Yeah, that was fucking bravo. Bravo, bravo, bravo. That was fucking honestly, all true. I've been in the business myself. I can say that. Yeah, the fucking compactor was over here just laughing her ass off because all of it is true, man. And
We've worked side by side.
I honestly think that my biggest thing was that everybody takes shit out on the fucking server. All they're fucking doing is trying to be a kind person. I mean, they ain't cooking your food. They don't buy the shit that they make there. They don't do any of that. They don't decorate the place. There's nothing, like he's saying. No, it's not. And again, man, that's fucking hilarious. If you don't know what fucking a chicken parm comes with cheese, that's fucking hilarious, but true, man. Honestly, it
happens all the time. I'll give you a lighthearted story if you don't mind, real quick, just to give a little bit of the fun of restaurants. I'll tell you a funny story. So, restaurant that I worked in, I worked on Father's Day. I'm a dad myself, and I worked a 13-hour shift, and every single person that was working in that restaurant was a dad. Only dads worked in that restaurant that day, and we all pulled the same shift. We were all there at 10 in the morning, and we all left at 11 o'clock or later. And it was the busiest day that restaurant has ever had, which typically Father's Day is kind of a flop, especially compared
to Mother's Day, especially.
Yeah. Everybody says that dads are out barbecuing. Yeah. Okay. 90% of the times the dad is doing fucking nothing. And also, real quick, why on a Father's Day is the thing that dads are barbecuing? It's like, hey, on Father's Day, how about you go outside and sit by a hot grill all day and cook us food? Yeah, fuck you.
That's the way it is, son.
But anyway,
that might have to do with courtesy or some shit. I don't get it myself. Like I don't have you guys around, so I celebrate Father's Day with Helen. She always takes care of me. But that's listen. But yeah, so how did they treat you that day? By the way, being that you were all men, how were the?
No. Once people kind of found out, and then people were like, "Oh, are you a dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, me and everybody here." And that's a fun little way servers like to let you know just how much like you might be having a good time, but today is absolute hell for me. I'm bartending, I'm serving, I'm hosting, I'm doing everything. I'm running around, I'm answering the phones. It's me and then the owner who's helping me with tables. That's it. I'm the only person in the front of the house that wasn't one of the owners.
Right.
So
that's crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, owner goes out to one of the tables, right? He walks out there, he greets them. We're all silently wanting to hang ourselves because we've got 2 different patios and a big dining room, and everybody's sitting everywhere, and it's hot, and we're running around like crazy. But anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, he goes out to the front patio, and there's a group of there's going to be a group of 4, but only 3 people are there, right? Owner goes out. 3 of the guests are there. It's 2 adults and a child, a man, a woman, and a child, right? So he goes and says hello to them. The kid goes, "Happy Father's Day." And he looks at him and he goes, "How'd you know I was a dad? Is it because I'm old?" Just trying to like joke around and be fun.
Right.
And the kid goes, "So are you my real dad?" And he's like, he looks at the 2 adults and he's like, I don't even know how to answer this question. You hear it all in the restaurant industry. So then the mom like kind of chimes in. She's like, I'm so sorry. It is a young kid, I'm so sorry. We're actually here meeting his real father for the first time. So he thought he was just coming over and saying hi to everybody. And I'm like, oh my God, just when you think you've heard it all. Are you my real dad?
Yeah.
If any little boy ever said that to me when I went up to a table, I don't know what the hell I'd do, but I know I'd be getting out of there faster than a fucking person getting out of somewhere fast.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I think that fucking what people seem to forget is that when you're home, you're getting up and you're getting your own fucking shit. And sometimes it pisses you off. You got to get your own shit and you fuck your own shit up when you're making your own shit. I mean, listen, we're all fucking human, man. We're all trying to make a fucking living. I know you do it with a smile. Like I say, Helen says, man, that fucking pocket smile is the hardest thing, like you say, to keep taking out and putting on, taking out and fucking putting on every day. But you got to. Unfortunately, if trash was a restaurant, we'd be telling them motherfuckers, listen, motherfucker, you know, hey, you want water, go shove your fucking mouth under the fucking faucet in the bathroom, man, or suck it out the urinal.
You want water? I've drank a glass of water in the past 12 hours, okay? I don't have the time.
Exactly.
I don't have the time. I got to have one of those camel packs on my back with a little fucking tube in my mouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have to wait for my drink. I'm like, there are 80 people in this restaurant. 2 people are cooking all of your food. 1 person's making all of your drinks. And I'm running around like an absolute lunatic. I'm taking care of 80 people at the same time. Have you ever, you know how people hate hosting dinner sometimes for you know, fucking Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. And it's like, that I got to do, and I got to entertain the guests, and got to make sure I have one. We do that times 1,000 every day for people that don't know or love us or care about us at all. And we're doing it at the same time. I don't think there's anybody who multitasks more than a bartender, a server, or somebody in the kitchen. And God bless here.
Right.
Here's one other thing I'll say. God bless anybody in the kitchen, because I've worked every single fucking position in a restaurant except for a position in the kitchen. I've helped prep cook. I've helped like batch things. I've helped like make butter and biscuits and shit like that. But being on the line, being on saute in a busy Saturday night, I've never done that. And props to somebody who can come up to an oven and sit in front of it all goddamn day and sweat their asses off while some fucking 18-year-old blonde who works there one day a week goes, how many crab cakes come to an order? You know, I understand. It's miserable. The fact that they don't kill everybody every time they ask a question, myself included, praise you. If you work in a kitchen, praise you.
Right.
That being said, when you're in the kitchen, you don't have to pretend like you like people all day. So we do have that going for us in the front of the house. People see us all the time. You are on stage constantly.
Very, 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 very fucking true. And as much as you don't want to be an actor, you have to be an actor, because you can't be out there. Let's be realistic. You can't be out there fucking actually telling people how you feel. Because like you're saying, man, fucking Christ, you ain't there talking about your fucking electric bill and shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck, man? Why the fuck do you think that they want to hear about yours? I don't get that. I don't get that shit whatsoever, man. I don't, man.
I had a lovely couple that came in on Father's Day. Entire restaurant's packed, and they come in, they ask to see a menu, and I go to walk away. I'm like, yeah, here you go. Have a look at the menu. You know, if you'd like a table, just let me know. I'd be happy to get you sat. And then I go to turn away, and they're like, so tell me a little bit about the menu. Like, what's your favorite thing? And I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
My favorite thing is closing time, motherfucker. Get out of here, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. What's my favorite thing? My day off. My day off.
So thing on the menu is what you know you want right away.
Yeah, exactly, man. I always say the same fucking thing when they ask my favorite thing. Yeah, everything. Fucking name everything they make here is fucking good, you know? And then they bite in their food, bitching and sending it back. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's everything. You're going to do the same fucking thing if I bring you something else, asshole. Yep.
I always say there's no wrong choices, but here are a few of my favorites, and I'll go through and I'll give like a top 3 for each section of the menu. Because again, I do care. I stayed in this business as long as I did because I do genuinely care, and I care about people. I know what it's like to go into a restaurant and to be wowed by an atmosphere and an aesthetic that you like, and food that you're really into, and an amazing cocktail program, and to be wowed by the dance and flow.
It's an experience.
Like I love that. When I go through the menu and I give you my top 3 genuine answers for everything on the menu, you go, oh, but I wanted the spaghetti. And it's like, well, then just order the spaghetti.
Yeah, I'm not eating it. You're fucking eating it. What the fuck you ask me for? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's crazy, but it's true, man. People ask, and then when you fucking go to offer, it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's why in the world did you fucking ask me? If you wanted to know, if here's my 3 fucking favorite, and you're still ordering fucking French fries and wings, what the fuck is the difference, man? Why did you fucking ask me to begin with? No, if you were never even going to change your fucking mind. Well, I like me personally, I like the octopus, the fucking clams, and well, I hate seafood. Well, then why the fuck are you asking me? I like that shit. Are you ordering a meal for me to take the fuck home? Because if you are, I'll send you a fucking real nice order. I promise you.
Yeah, my favorite too is that people that walk in the door and they're like, they're clearly like lower white collar, because there's nobody that treats you worse on the planet than people that have just enough money to be able to say that they've got money, and they'll walk in and and it's just like, relax, okay? I get it. You're cooler than everybody here. But if you had enough money for a servant, you'd be at home being served by one. I'm not your fucking servant. So when you walk in the door, I get that you want to sit at the bar. Look me in the eye. Say hello. Say hello to me. Because guess what? When you walk by me and don't even look at me and you're like, yeah, we're going to the bar. And I'm like, okay, great. Guess what? I fucking love the bartender. I'm going to go let him know how much of an asshole you are. If you want to be served, then you got to be halfway polite. I'm not saying you got to go in and put on a face and play actor and be the nicest person in the world, but just baseline humanity, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, we can refuse service, you don't have to be here. We don't have to take care of you. If you want to ignore me, I can ignore you all night, and I don't give a shit if you don't tip me, because guess what? There's 50 other people here that are going to,
It only gets worse as you get older, son. Because when you fucking get older, like listen, I remember being fucking like young in the 70s, right? And when I was fucking young, fucking TV was a shit fucking ton different than it is now. I mean, we had fucking Archie Bunker, the Jeffersons, it was fucking clear line fucking prejudice, racism, split down the middle. But it was always done in a way to make it funny, because it wasn't real. They were trying to make it look like this is what's imposed, so this is how we react. I 100% agree. But Archie Bunker, man, the motherfucker, worked for the fucking city of New York. So, he had good money, and fucking that motherfucker's ass hair were in a knot every fucking day of his life. He bitched about everything. But I'll tell you, man, I do the same thing now. I mean, Helen looks at me all the fucking time. She's like, what the fuck is the matter? I mean, is there any fucking anything you're going to sit there and just fucking take a little bit of joy in? And it's not that I don't take joy in it. I just think you get to a certain time in your life. Now, I'm unfortunately sick, so I don't know what the fuck's going to go on. So I never know my time. It's fine. Normal 60-year-old people are normally sitting around going, shit, I got another 20, 30 fucking years of this shit, right? But, you're running out of time. You got time for nonsense. So when you find something to be nonsense, whether it's nonsense or not, you're like, fuck, I ain't got time for this fucking shit. I ain't got time for it, and that's why men are cranky. And here's another subject. We're going to have a segment coming up that I want to do, and it'll be fun, especially to do with Petey, called Every 28th Day. And it's about it's about women and how or do women no
it's about the cycles of the moon.
Yeah, do women poop? Do women poop? Because we don't fucking ever don't they poop. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ, until you're married to them for 5 years, fucking mistakenly walk by and there's a sniff of a fucking shit in the goddamn room. But women, you don't know if they poop. And there's a lot of things we don't understand as men about women. What, Helen? She's begging for a button to be fucking pushed. But no, honestly, like I've made a point saying before, you can't win an argument with a woman for the simple fucking reason that it's a man against the 12 fucking personalities she's got. It's a gang against you. You have no fucking choice. And it only gets worse when menopause comes. That's a fucking class every fucking man from the age of fucking 47 to prepare his ass for it should take until he's 60 fucking 3, because it's a never-ending fucking learning curve. If you can make it through your wife having menopause, your marriage will fucking last forever. And there's no bullshit.
We call it menopause for a reason, because men are supposed to pause during that time.
Fucking right. And we get paused. Yes, men are paused is what it should be called. And it is. Because, I mean, there was time when Helen went through menopause, Ian, she would fucking be laughing and crying and screaming and all at the same fucking time. And she did it. It was like fucking The Exorcist. She could do them all. She'd be like, or isn't this the greatest suggestion? It's like, what the fuck, man? We're talking about a puppy. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just the way it is. And them hot flashes hit them, and it'll be fucking minus 23 in the fucking room. Your fucking balls are like fucking, you could stick them in your drink to cool them down. It is fucking bad. And I need a fucking fan on. You need a fucking fan on, or you're gonna blow fucking snow at me if I sneeze, for fuck's sake. I mean, it is, man. It is the worst thing, and they don't know. But the thing is, I remember the one day, I remember as fucking clear as day, and Helen was doing that. She was happy as a fucking pagan shit. She was giggling and laughing. The next minute, she was fucking pissed the fuck off, and again crying, saying, I fucking don't know what's the matter with me. I'm fucking losing my. I mean, they go through shit, man. It's their hormones. I get it. But Jesus fucking Christ almighty, man. She found one fucking big secret, though. It's a big secret to most any illness or, any kind of condition, any fucking thing. White sugar. If you have fucking soda and you're in fucking menopause, forget it, man. You're fucking going to drench your underwear, and not in a good way. You're going to be sweating fucking me. The anger comes, all that white sugar fucking really enhances all of that fucking symptoms. But yeah, so why do women poop? That's going to be a good segment of the show where we'll just, because I don't know. All right. I think that when I was young, we were taught to be gentlemen, right? That's what the baseline was, right? I know prior to me, my father was taught to be even more of a gentleman, right? But prior to him, my grandfather was supposed to be a fucking, altar boy, as long as he wasn't Catholic and didn't, talk to the priest, it was all right. but honestly, there was you danced this far apart, you didn't kiss, you didn't hold hands. But there's no PDA. What is they fucking call it? Public displays of affection, whatever. PDA. Yeah, that's it. There was none of that shit. Now it's, fuck it, shove a dildo up your ass in the crowd and make sure you got 5 friends, because it ain't no fun anymore just to have one partner. I've watched this progression, and I don't know what you think about it. Like, why do you think that? Don't get me wrong, there were homosexuals when I was young. There were gay people. Shit, fucking first one when I was 4. His name was Chris Katanis. It was Grandpa's boss's son. Flaming fag, like you wouldn't believe. But why do you think we have so much more of that confusion, I guess, sexually, or confusion as identifiably, than we did when I was young?
I think this is I'll touch on that now, but we are running out of time. So I think right.
I just want to know why you think. Right. We'll cover it some other time. Right.
I think, we can certainly continue to have this conversation throughout, but as somebody who is absolutely not an expert on these things, this is what my thoughts are, is that there isn't anything that hasn't existed forever. I mean, when you think about how liberal the Greeks were and how much they, related, men would relate with men as much as they would with women, as much as they would with whatever.
Romans were the same way. Right.
You know what I mean? They're celebrating the god Dionysus and his parties and orgies and you know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily, I don't think that, because you have to consider not just time, but also culture in areas of the world where, everywhere is different all the time and always changes. Mm-hmm. I think that there's a huge difference between this is everywhere now and people are just talking about it now and before they didn't talk about it. That's almost like it's because to me it's kind of like being like, you're in England in the fucking, I don't know, 15 whatevers or
right.
Where nobody was like, if you spoke bad about the king, you died. You know what I mean?
Right.
Eventually it became okay to speak about the king, and everybody was like, fuck the king. And everybody, but nobody was going, well, back in my day, nobody hated the king. It's like, yeah, they fucking did. They just couldn't talk about it. Or, you also have to think about, where are we getting this information from? If you're seeing, if 95% of what you're talking about the world being like is you see on some kind of media, whether news, whether social media, whether whatever it is.
It becomes the norm.
It just becomes the norm, or it just becomes the popular thing to talk about. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
swinger parties and multiple partners were not a thing that just recently happened. That's been
No,
going
I know
on.
that. Right.
That's been going on since Grandpa's time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just as much as stay however many feet apart when you're dancing was a thing. So for me, I don't think it's necessarily like a where did this come from? It's more of just like we're talking about it now. Maybe the question is like, why do we talk about it more now? Why is it more acceptable now? And I think that it's important to look back on other parts of history, not just American history, but world history, in which those things have either been normalized before or have been normal for generations, and so I guess my short answer to it is really just like I don't really think it's much of a surprise. It's just that we were born and raised a certain way. And, I think it's always been going on. But when you live in your unit with your limited channels on TV, or if you even had TV growing up and everything, like you only know whatever is presented to you.
So I guess what you're saying is that now in our society today, that it's more, I guess socially acceptable is one, right? Because back in my day, it wouldn't be socially acceptable, but it's more, it's easier because of, say, the internet and available cable channels and news shows and podcasts and such like this, where it can be elaborated and then people can connect, and then people don't find it to be a shame, so they're not afraid to speak about it. So yeah, just more people speak it. It's like with pedophilia,
and it's just constantly evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's constantly changing. I mean, think about, even like in a very small scenario, right? Like I used to work for a short time at Starbucks, and I have a lot of friends that still work there. And there was a time where you couldn't, do certain things. You couldn't color your hair, couldn't have tattoos or whatever. And then there was a huge burst of like, you could have piercings, you could have however many piercings you want, you can have colored hair, you can blah, blah, blah. You can do all these things. And now they're coming to a time where they're cutting back on it. You can have one piercing. You cannot have dyed hair. You can whatever. Things are evolving and changing all the time. And it's not about what's right or wrong. It's just about what we're agreeing upon.
We had the same thing at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola it would literally was in their fucking handbook. You could not have a beard. You could have a mustache.
Yeah.
You couldn't have a beard because beards were sloppy and unacceptable and you weren't looked at professional.
Now every sexiest man alive has a beard.
That's fucking right. Look at us, man. Shit. God damn. Who are these guys? These are the three sexiest motherfuckers in the world. One right now just happens to be wrapping dough around himself, jumping around, singing Christmas songs, and fucking probably wearing Christmas earring bells out of his ears while he does it. Petey, we miss you. Well, guys, listen, I think that was a great show, a great starter for us tonight. We appreciate you joining us each week. Again, we're going to keep that. Don't forget, let's get to that website. Let's get that email in. Let's get on and participate, guys. We love to participate with you. I can sit here and talk about everything I want every fucking day of the week. And if you don't want to fucking hear about it, you ain't going to listen to me. So why don't you send me an email? Tell me what you want me or your Ian or Peter speak about at any time. And we'll do what we can to best, get it in our, nothing we do is scripted. They're so fucking busy. I'm looking at motherfuckers even here to tape. Like, look at poor Petey, so it's not like we sit back and we're going to get your email. We're going to fucking come and prepare. We're going to come just like we come right now. We'll always be the fucking same people that we are. I don't have an outro built for us for this show yet. So we'll leave you with our intro again. Why? Because you heard us once and you're dying to fucking hear us again. Ian, man, I'll talk to you later, buddy. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. All right, divers and divettes, let's open the lid to this dumpster. It's trash. Three real assholes sharing humor, where 3 decades separate our age and the views of this shithole we live on.
Let's take out the trash.
Oh, I promise we will. I'm your host, Peter Yapo, the OA, the original asshole. I've been sorting out the world's garbage for over 60 years. It's a family affair, and joining me each week are my 2 oldest boys. Petey, a quick-thinking, funny man whose ADHD keeps the chaos rolling, and Ian, the youngest smartass with always something to say, the only one with organization, good looks, and brains. And Helen, my wife, their stepmom, and the boss.
Damn Skippy, motherfucker.
So strap yourself in each week while the three of us pick the world's shit apart and the compactor reels us in.
Remember, I'm listening.
Now let's talk some trash. It's not your mom's podcast, but we'll roast her too. Trash, where we aren't afraid to say what you might be thinking. Warning, the views expressed on this podcast are for entertainment purposes only. Don't get your ass hairs in a knot. Trash are three real assholes who are crude, rude, uncensored, and not for children 18 years or under, emotionally disturbed, politically correct, or easily offended. If the views here do offend you, then we've done our jobs. Just make it.
Probably only eat the chicken.
No, that's fine. Just